Well, the Neo is more fun to fly.
Really?
And most importantly, it's got better bunks.
What's going on, guys? Casey Farrer here, and we are at the Detroit Metro International Airport. Today we're going to be taking a Delta Airlines Airbus A330-900NEO from here over to Seattle. We're going to be trying the Delta One Suite today. I just got off here on a Delta Embraer 175 from Pittsburgh. So we boarded in about 10 minutes. So the gate we're boarding at is actually right next to me. So right now looking at the aircraft right here. It's going to be November 409 Delta X-Ray. It's going to be the A330. Taking it to Seattle today. This is also my first time on an A330 in pretty much 10 years. My last flight on an A330 was with Hawaiian back in 2007. So really looking forward to this. So yeah, anyway, I'm looking forward to this flight on the Delta A330neo and the Delta One Suite. My connection in Detroit was very tight, so it wasn't long until we started boarding after I showed up to my gate. November 409 Delta X-Ray was my A330 today. It was delivered brand new to Delta Airlines back in April of this year. Once I stepped foot on the plane, I made my way back to my seat of 6A. The seat has 46 inches of pitch, 23 inches of width, and the bed has a length of 76 inches. On the seat controls, you have to hold down the touchscreen controls to have the folding down into a bed taking effect. The two control surfaces are by the armrest and on the side panel. However, the controls on the side panel are much more in detail and really get into the flexibility of the seat. The seat has 4 modes: upright, relax, lounge, and bed. You may also control the seat lighting by tapping on the appropriate brightness settings. The last thing the controls do is turn on the do not disturb light for your suite. Now that that's done, let's go ahead and visit the flight deck to visit our first officer for the flight today. Nice. How is the flight looking over to Seattle?
Should we get some chance of a little light turbulence, but nothing serious.
Really. And this is the 330neo. This is my first time on the Neo. I haven't been on a 330 of any variant in a while, so this is an exciting flight for me.
Well, the Neo is an exciting airplane.
Really?
Yeah. I love these engines.
Awesome, yeah. And so is the Neo, the 330neo and the 350 the same type rating?
No.
It's not. Okay.
Same type rating as the 330.
Really? So there's... Sorry, go on.
It's just a little difference training is all we took. We didn't even take like the check ride or anything.
Yeah. Nice. So what do you prefer flying more, the Neo or the CO?
What's that?
What do you prefer flying more, the Neo or the CO?
Well, the Neo is more fun to fly.
Really?
And most importantly, it's got better bunks.
Except better what?
Better bunks for the cross.
Oh, I bet.
Ocean.
Yeah. So you like the long hauls versus the short hauls, like what we're doing today?
Well, yeah. That's why I'm not domestic.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's not built for domestic, but I mean, it's here, so
yeah.
I can do it, and it's capable of it. So there you go. How long have you been with Delta?
Well, I was hired by Northwest in '99.
Oh, actually. Yeah. So what was the transition process like from there? So what was the transition process like from there?
Well, the merger was kind of a pain. Our procedures were quite different. But
I bet, yeah.
We worked it out.
Yeah. And so you started on the 330 with them?
No, at that time I was on the 320.
Oh, actually, yeah. So do you like the, so what do you prefer, I guess?
Oh, the 330, the flying is a lot easier.
Really?
One flight a day versus, 3 or 4.
That's true, yeah. In the long haul. Back in the suite, there are universal power stations for all of your charging needs, a safety card with the light source, and of course that lighting is controlled by the side panel. Headphones and storage, which I put my hat into, and you can also put a drink in there if you want. A remote for the TV, and we will touch on the TV later once we get to cruise. You can open the armrest to access your tray table just like any other normal first class seat. And lastly, there's a coat hanger at the entrance of the suite.
Product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed in.
We got delayed by about 5 or 10 minutes because the IFE wasn't working properly. But once we got that all sorted out, we were pushing back with no problems.
Emergency.
And after pushback, it wasn't long until we were taxiing over the runway 22 left for our departure. hour and a half into the flight, the flight attendant came around with our breakfast service. There are 3 different breakfast options to choose from in Delta One. Here is the menu with these options. If you want, you can pause the video to look it over. I went ahead and ordered the smoked salmon roll. It was small and straightforward, but I liked it. Alright, let's talk about the IFE. On the IFE, there are plenty of TV to choose from, as well as movies. Spotify is on there to provide music for relaxing during the flight. It was just a shame that the flight info page wasn't working. On the remote, the easiest way to show how it works is to use the arrows to move around, the middle button to select, the home button to get you back to the menu, the flight attendant call button, the lights for the suite, and as well as the volume controls for the IFE. The Wi-Fi is buy on board, however you can text your friends for free. Our route to Seattle took us a little bit more south, so we ended up approaching from the southeast on the chins for arrival into Seattle. Now that we're on the descent, let's go ahead and talk about the Raleigh rating. Basically, if you don't know what my Raleigh ratings are, it's my way of rating my flights at the end of every trip report. Now, the service on this flight was a 10 out of 10. My flight attendant that was assigned to my aisle in the business class cabin took exceptional care of me. She kept me well hydrated and occasionally walked through the cabin to check on people. The Wi-Fi was a 7 out of 10. I did end up paying for the Wi-Fi, it just got the job done. Not the fastest, but it was only enough to check social media, text friends, and track the flight. Not as good as JetBlue. The cleanliness on this flight was a 10 out of 10, no problems. The food was a 10 out of 10. Great little smoked salmon dish to get me into the Pacific Northwest feeling. The entertainment on this flight was an 8 out of 10. As far as the views out the window go, they were very nice, with the mountains of Idaho and Wyoming below us as we progress west, not to mention the beautiful view of our Trent 7000 engine out the window. The only problem was the glare from the sun, which made it really bright whenever I tried to look back at the engine. The IFE had plenty to choose from with some choices that weren't half bad, if only the flight tracker was functioning though. The seat was an easy 10 out of 10. I don't want to compare it to the United Polaris business class seat yet, just because I haven't tried their single seat yet, but that's in 2 weeks. But this seat had a lot to choose from. As soon as I stepped foot in, I didn't know where to begin with it. The touchscreen style buttons to change the seat pitch into the bed was really easy to use and really not that much effort. The IFE was absolutely massive, and the space next to my seat left me with plenty of room for storage, with the addition of that whole compartment where the headphones are. So the Raleigh rating for this flight is going to be a 9 out of 10. If only the flight didn't go by so fast though. And ladies and gentlemen, that is us down in Seattle. I really hope you guys enjoyed this trip report. In my next one, we're going to be flying on board of the Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9 from here down to Los Angeles. I'm really looking forward to that flight, and I hope you guys are too. So that's going to mark the end of this trip report. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next one on the MAX. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye!